Hello everyone, Fridax here, and welcome back to Space Engineers. If you are keen of eye, you will notice that there's platinum sitting in front of me. I spent, let's just say an absurd amount of time off stream trying to find platinum, and it was really frustrating. I think I was at it for over an hour. You can see, they're not all on. This is the number of asteroids I went and found before I found platinum. And the only reason I even found platinum was because I downloaded a mod that helps a bit. It's called... Can I see the mods from here? I don't know if I can. I basically got two mods. One of them is the build info mod that just everyone recommends, and I think that'll be handy. And then I also got the one called Radio Spectroscopy, something like that. And what that does is it enables you to point your ore detector at an asteroid, and then there will be these little, spikes in the graph. Spectroscopy? Yeah, I think that's right. There will be spikes in the graph where it lines up with the proper ore. So essentially, it's like a mini game. It's not a hard mini game. You basically point the ore detector at an asteroid, and you look at the graph, and based on where the spikes are, you can see, which ores it has. Super handy. It feels honestly like it should be vanilla, maybe something a little more official feeling, but the same style of thing where you can point at an asteroid and see what it has from a distance. The fact that you can't do that in the game is just, it just means you're dice rolling. You fly to an asteroid, roll the dice, fly to another one, roll the dice, and you do that until you find what you want. I don't think that's extremely interesting gameplay, so I think this mod does a good job of adding interesting gameplay. It's not overpowered. Like, you still have to point at each asteroid, and then once you've looked at all the ones around you, you fly to a new location that's, 20 kilometers away or something, and then look at a bunch, and eventually you'll find platinum. And that's a lot easier than actually flying to each asteroid. Way cool. I enjoyed it. It took probably only 20 minutes or so to find platinum. I think I was in one zone. I looked at every asteroid I could see. Maybe it's hard to know with like the 360-degree vision if you got them all or not. And I didn't find it. I flew to a new location and found it. I will point out that you do need an LCD screen. I thought I needed a separate LCD screen, but it turns out the cockpit here has one, so I just ended up doing it on that. But I also think I made some... I think I made some changes to the ship since last time you guys saw it. Obviously, I gave it a facelift. I added a lot of armor blocks to make it look a bit more, tenuous and streamlined. I added a third drill on the top, a couple more forwards-facing thrusters, and because of all the armor blocks plus the extra drill, that added a lot of weight, because the drill can, carry 10 tons of ore as well. So I needed some more thrusters, added another side thruster here. I think I added some more down thrusters somewhere. Am I making that up? Maybe not. I think that's a new down thruster. Yeah, sorry, that was just a side thruster. Now it's a down thruster too. And then what else did I add? Oh yeah, I had this camera that was mainly just a docking camera facing that way, but then I thought, I can turn it backwards, and then that enables me to see where the ore detector is pointing, because I can't really face this ore detector forwards. So what I ended up doing to find all of the asteroids is I would look at the camera, and then I can see where the ore detector is pointing. And then I would go back, look at my thingy, and I could see that, that asteroid only has stone. How fun. And it looks like it might have some magnesium too. There's little spikes on the magnesium. Little markers. But yeah, so that's the spectroscopy mod, spectroscopy, whatever it's called. And I would highly recommend it if you want more what I would consider enjoyable gameplay in terms of asteroid hunting. And so we are going to start this episode with mining some platinum. Well, let's get to it. And then we'll fly back home and see what we can do with now having all of the resources. Oh, there's gravity. That's why I can't do the magnetic boots. And because of the build info mod, you can also see at the bottom of the screen, there's an inventory bar and a drill bar. And that shows you how full your ship's inventories are. And some of the inventory comes from me carrying some backup stuff in one of the cargo containers just in case, and then also a bunch of ice that I mined because I needed more fuel from the extensive amount of asteroid hunting I was doing. I might just dump the ice now that I've found platinum. I have mostly full fuel anyway, so I will probably just do that. It's so funny that I pop out the front. So to grab the ice, we'll come back here. Dump that. I guess I might as well leave the generators full, because they can't hold platinum anymore. So that's fine. But everything else is empty. I added a few small cargo containers, just for a little bit more ore capacity. 500 liters, which is about 1,500 kilograms. Ore weight is about triple the volume. And then I also added a bunch of small hydrogen tanks, which are not very... They don't have a lot of capacity, but there's 4 more... Or there's a total of 8. So there's 2 here, 2 in there, 2 in there, and 2 more here. And that adds up to 8 times... They're 15,000 liters each. And the main one's 500,000, and then that's 120,000 more. Because I figured with the extra thrusters and the extra weight, we needed a little bit more fuel capacity. So there you go. Let's get to mining. Platinum. So it's kind of hard to see the difference between the rock and the platinum, but you can see it's a little bit shinier, and it's kind of like spider webby, like silvery colors. We'll make sure to toss out any stone that we accidentally collect. But yeah, having those inventory kind of sensors from the build info mod is super handy to tell when you're getting full, rather than just trying to guess based on your weight over on the right side. Especially because the weight on the right side includes the weight of your own inventory and what you're carrying, which means even with the same ship, the final weight might be different depending on what's in your inventory. Alright, looks like the inventory's full. I'll fill up the drills. Let's see. Oh, my stuff. Heck. What is going on? Ship won't move. Change. Gravity is only 0.05. What is going on? Did I break something? Oh, the landing gear locked onto the asteroid. Okay. LOL. Okay, 6. There we go. Back out of there. Okay, I was like, oh, shoot. Well, there goes the ore detector. Good thing we don't need it anymore. Thankfully, it didn't break off the rotor piece. That happened as well. Oh, a business shipment. That looks like a neutral NPC over there. I also was getting chased at one point by a raider pirate drone, which was really annoying. It kept following me everywhere I was going. I've had a lot of adventures. But we are good to head back. Let me make sure we don't have any stone. Ah, we do have stone. You know what I can do? Hold on. We can just eject it out of the connector. drill wasn't full. Read out lied to me in build info. So if we do connector, throw out, or that will do it. Throw out stone, hopefully, yeah. Although at this point, it's just as much work. Because the problem is the drills will automatically empty into the connector. And then it'll throw platinum out the side, so... I guess manual is still the way to go here. Oh, wait, yeah, no, that's right. Okay, that's all the stone. And... oh, gravity's pulling it to the planet. I was confused on what was happening. Okay, back to get a bit more platinum. I wish the drills... I actually don't know if they do or don't share with each other. Like, let's say only that top drill is drilling. If that top drill's already full, which it probably is, it won't shove what it gathers into the other drills. So you end up wasting. Which is kind of annoying. So, like, ideally I would be controlling each drill. Maybe I should have a readout on each drill, like on an LCD. And then I can know which ones are full and which ones aren't. Let's figure out which one is the top one, because that's the easiest to get only platinum into that. So, how do I do this? Put 2,000 over there. Okay, so they all have less than 2,000. Let's get only the top one. Okay, and now... this... so drill 2 is the top. Doesn't sound right. Definitely not the second drill. I think it's drill 5 is the top one. That would make sense. So we'll offload from drill 5. See, and now the drill icon is all the way full. So it's only measuring one of the drills, not all of them. If I can, I want to, like, is this all platinum? It looks like it is. I want to raise, kind of angle myself and just raise the top rail into something. Oh, you don't get it. No soup for you. Let's see if that's doing a little better. Drill 5. Okay, there we go. Now the other two are full. We can also see if there's, you hit enter and F2 to change the build settings mod. Let's see if the HUD, I don't know if this is the right, ship tool inventory bar. I assume that's what we want. World settings and mods. Oh, there are my mods over there. Cool. It doesn't look like it's smart enough to know. It could be the most full drill. You know, that's a good theory. Because as soon as one drill is full, you're actually, if you're equally mining with all of them, you would want to stop, because then you're wasting. So that's actually a good guess. That would be the most logical, other than total drilling, which could also be logical. I might have just gotten some stuff. What am I? Drill 5. Nope. Still need a bunch more though. Should have put a bigger cargo container on it, but it's already struggling with the amount of weight that it can carry, so I don't think that's a great idea. How's that? Drill 5, we're almost there, 2,200 liters. That's stone right there. An easy spot to ram my roof into. What about up here? Is that it? Yep. That'll do it. Heck yeah. Platinum for days. Oops. On my thruster override. On what? Oh yeah, there's an asteroid right behind me. I'm literally running into again. Be careful about that next time. And did I make... I think I made a marker. I want to make sure. Platinum marker, right? I swear I made a platinum marker. Did I not? Yeah, right here. Oh, but I didn't do from position. Oh my gosh. Well, glad I double checked that. Delete you. My naming scheme is just to keep them all at the top. I gave up on making it make sense a long time ago. And now I'm going to turn off all my asteroid markers because I don't need them right now. Okay. Alright, back to home base we go. And I do plan on getting a mod for maximum speed increase. I haven't gotten it yet. So we're in for a little bit of a chill ride back home. Not too far though, only 42 kilometers. Actually really close. Closer than the uranium I found. What direction do I need to go? Land perfectly on the base. I think that'll do it. No, I think we need a little bit more vertical. Yeah, I think this one. I guess. We're pretty close to being directly above base at this point. Yeah, exactly. 42 kilometers is 420 seconds. Hey! 7 minutes. Yeah, maybe I'll pause the recording for the sake of the YouTubers. I know I haven't been doing that before, but it's not going to be a super interesting 7 minutes. I'm trying to think of what we're going to do next. So I could... cryo chamber. Could make something with weapons, so I can deal with those annoying space pirates. Rail guns, that sounds fun. We can make jump drives, I think, once we get our platinum. Where are the jump drives? The search function is iffy at best. Is it not called that? Oh, it doesn't. I think it sort of does search the screen. No, I've done it before. Like if I do spotlight, it highlights it in green, but the highlight is so hard to see that you can't really find it if you scroll through like this. And like whoever designed that needs to go back to UI school because it was a really bad choice of colors. Where are you? I know it's probably in one of the more like further down chains. Well, I think I've either unlocked it or I'm about to unlock it, but I don't know where it is. Oh no, I haven't unlocked it. I just looked. Is it in here? Unlock all that. There it is. We need to build a gravity generator, that's what. We'll do that, then we can make a jump drive. Still don't know what a safe zone is. Artificial mass. Enable grids to react to artificial gravity. Interesting. Okay. And a bunch of turrets. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna pause the YouTube video for a minute while we drift back down to planet home. Not really hurt, but yeah, I mean, I think we're going straight down at this point. We're a little bit off, but we'll get there. Be back in a couple minutes. All right, we're back. We have made it home. Safe and sound with an inventory full of platinum. Go ahead and land here. My docking camera is facing the wrong direction, but what's that? Let's see. Hinge. The other way. Go slowly, it just automatically fixes it. I actually want to lower it. Like that. Oh, I'm definitely pushing the limit on my vertical acceleration. It's very sketchy. Sketchy for sure. Let's see, I don't know how... I haven't dialed this in yet. Is that about right? Okay. So ideally at 45 degrees, I'm aiming at the middle of it. But yeah. Bam. We did it. Platinum has made it home. Boy, does that feel good. That would be smart, Aylor. That would be smart. Okay, this thing's probably still processing uranium. No, we're on to magnesium at this point. And I also made a large cargo container to hold everything. There's all the platinum. Yeah, let's get that platinum going. Wow, that's slow. And I did switch it back to 3 yield and 1 speed just because it was so slow. And I think I'm going to make a second refinery right now to do the same thing. So that we can refine these things a bit more quickly. And then, yeah, we got all sorts of stuff we need to do now. First thing I can do is make the final tier of tools. And then, I don't even know. So many things to do. I think I might have changed this guy too since the last time you guys saw it. It's all big engines now, and I added four drills instead of 2, so I can bring back more. I think I even added another cargo container. Yep. And a couple more batteries for all the engines. So, Blue Squid, I think it was you. Unfortunately, you were wrong about the ores in asteroids. Turns out you can have uranium and platinum mixed with other ores. At least uranium, I'm 100% sure about that. Because I found multiple uranium plus something else. I found a uranium plus iron. I found a uranium plus ice somewhere. Yep. So that's definitely possible. Platinum, I think, I don't remember. Was there something else on that asteroid? We were just there. But yeah. So, just FYI. Don't necessarily give up if you see iron, because there still might be uranium. But yeah, time for another refinery. I think I'll put it in front of this one. So that means I will... Oh wow, all the build info stuff is new over there. 500 kilograms, grid mass, 571 tons, integrity, components, dismantled. Hey Dave, how's it going? Good to see you. Yeah, build info and the spectroscopy mod are the two mods that I've gotten so far. I'm sure we'll slowly add more to our experience. Let's see, we want reinforced conveyor tube. And this way. Oh, sorry, that's good. Go. And then we'll do a T-junction. That one. There. Build vision, interact with controllable box without having to hunt down a control panel. Ooh, that does sound nice. And then I guess we need to finish out what the refinery sits on top of. With another... Oh, that's going to break my head. Scrolling up makes the variant 6 of 9 in build info go down. That's strange, but makes a weird sort of sense. Yeah, let's get these bad boys welded up and then make a refinery. And then we will make better tools. Which is, I think, here somewhere. No, it's actually not. Assembler. We should have the refinery there. The refinery. Okay. Oh, yeah, we need that piece. Off of that. Oh, I'm not very smart, am I? We need space for the modules. Chips. Fine. Fix this. Let's try again. If at first you don't succeed. This is the straight tube. And we need one there, and then or the T tube here. That. Okay. All that stuff. Oh gosh. Ooh, we got the welder sound glitch. Sometimes it stops making sound. know why. Maybe it's the rain. I also found out I can do this, because I really hate the rain. It's so loud. You can just remove weather. So much. There's the welder sound back. Alright, assemblers are working. Guess it takes a little bit of time to make 1,000 steel plates, even with 2 assemblers. Yeah, that's a pretty big queue. Should have the other one assisting, right? Yeah. Almost there. And then we'll need all the modules on it. Did we get there? Nope. 40 more. Alright. That's it. No! 6 components. Oh, did the build... Yeah, I didn't build planner correctly, I think. Click. Good. There we go. And bada bing, bada boom. Okay, so now we need the modules. Hey, Jumat, yeah? Welcome, welcome. I don't quite understand. I feel like you accidentally a word in there. But I feel like you're trying to say it's a game you didn't expect to see here. Maybe you did, I don't know. Okay, let's see. So we want yield modules. Please, God, help me. Rotation. It's like solving a Rubik's Cube. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm sure, like, I understand how to do it when you are, like, looking in a cardinal direction, but when you're at a weird diagonal angle like this, it's really difficult. That's not a mod, actually, Nebula. It's just vanilla. You middle click. It might have not been vanilla for a while, but it is still annoying because sometimes you... Yeah. There's a way to do it to finesse it so that you don't end up lacking steel plates in your inventory, and I was not doing it that way. I should get interior plates too. Okay, yield, and a speed. There we go. And then what I'll do, so that I don't lose any of my inventory pieces, is I actually want... I guess I don't want all of those. I don't want... Bark out. Rid of this stuff. I don't want those, and I don't need displays, or computers, or glass. But I'll keep those things. And if I want to keep them, then I need to add these to the build planner before I left-click on them. Because if I left-click, it'll add everything I've got, and then when I right-click, it won't replenish those. But if I right-click all of them, like so, and then middle mouse click, shift, middle mouse click, shift D, go, and we'll scope one piece at a time. Yeah, Nebula, maybe something's different on yours, I don't know. But it's been working since I started in vanilla, for sure. But yeah, Jamat, yeah, I've had this game on my list for a long time, and I just never ended up getting it because it felt a little too sandboxy for me, and it seemed very focused on multiplayer as well, which I tend to not play these games multiplayer. And so I just hadn't pulled the trigger on it. But then, I don't know, it started to look more and more interesting, and as I looked up a little bit more of what was in the game, I was like, oh, that could be fun single player, and so pulled the trigger last week, and I have been enjoying it quite a lot. Now we're waiting for components. So.
Energy low.
Want a little fly around. Whee! I should put these up higher. Oh, what the heck? What happened here? I don't have meteor showers turned on, I thought. Wait, lightning striking and destroying your base is a thing? Heck. I didn't know that. Oh wow, interesting. Can it hit anything? Like, how do you protect your base from lightning? Build an antenna. Does it need to be up high? Or decoys? Do decoys attract more? Like, almost like a lightning rod? You know, see, I ended up with too many steel plates. I'm doing something. Build planner. Huh. Yeah, I have too many now. Oh, it's even in the block description. LOL. Learn to read, nub. Okay, so now we've got 2 refiners going. What did it decide to pick up? It's working on magnesium powder. Let's not do some more iron. That'll go fast. And then silver. I don't think I've done very much silver. And are we all out of uranium? Looks like we are. We're just down to ingots. So from that first haul from space, we got about 678 ingots. That's a pretty good amount. And I've discovered that each ingot has 1 megawatt hour power, regardless of which reactor you put it in. So that's a lot of energy. The small reactor I've got here on the base produces 15 megawatts. Is it on or off right now? Off. This produces 15 yeah, 15 megawatts. So if it's running constantly, it'll use 15 ingots an hour. So I don't really want to run it constant. What am I looking for? Battery. Alright, I built a second main base battery. They're full. All my batteries are full. It's fine. I'm gonna add a little bit more wind, so I don't have to run the reactor very often. Maybe this would be a good opportunity to make my wind farm higher. Or, ooh, I can build a second layer. I think that'll look cool. Blue squid, I guess I could turn weather off. I didn't know you could do that. So that's why that hasn't happened yet. Oh yeah, I'm totally building a second layer. Or we'll give them 1 square of clearance. Oh, well, that's on the ground now. And I do not have any of the DLCs. But I plan on getting some. In fact, that's been a question I was asking in my Discord, is which one should I get first? Dave, unfortunately, that's just the weather that's happening right now. It's like a disable current weather button. It's not a disable weather altogether button. Another one. Back up. Oh my gosh. Giddy fingers. Back these up.
No energy.
Wait, why am I taking damage? Heck. Fine. Give me some energy. Oh, I guess it's cold right now. Cold enough to cause damage. Hold middle click and right click? For the build planner? I don't hold middle click and right click. I don't actually know quite what you're saying. There's a lot of separate pieces to it. So the middle click is to grab the components. But yeah, to add the components of the unbuilt thing that you're looking at to the build planner is just right click only. And then you go over to a place you can get the resources, and middle click will grab it. I usually double middle click because the first middle click only grabs from one location, apparently. And then it removes it from the build planner as you add. And then the other thing you can do is if you have something in your hand and you look at it and your build planner is empty, you can middle click. And it will both add the thing to the build planner and then try to take the components. So that's like an easy way to get iron, for example, is you can just grab an iron or armor block and then middle click and it grabs some steel plates for you. So this will limit the performance, you think? Will I be able to find that out before welding it together? And we can just check on it right now. It looks like they're still all about the same. Maybe they're a little bit more poor, but honestly, I don't care. It looks cool, and wind is free. I have plenty of resources at this point, so I'm doing it. Can't stop me. YOLO Swaggins. 420.69. Let's go. Okay, let's just get the rest of the framework put here. Maybe I should make, for absolutely no reason other than it's cool AF, a little tiny welding ship that flies around and welds things together. I think I want to do that. Just like a little tiny floating welder. Oh, I don't like how this part's not supported. I might have to figure that out. The rest of it, I think, looks pretty cool. Okay, I know these are gonna limit the performance of those as well. Kind of annoying. Oh well. So let's place the wind turbines. Actually, it'll be easier if I weld before I place the wind turbines. Turbines should have 7 clearance. Well, that's good to know. Mine don't. I feel like at this point, I'm just doing it to piss off everybody, because I've gotten... Like, basically, everyone that's seen it, that's played the game, has commented something about how much clearance the wind turbines should have, and I'm just being stubborn at this point. And I kind of enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie. I'll just throw more wind turbines at it. Melt my computer. I realize that if I'm optimizing for PC performance, I would not be doing it this way. Okay, what am I doing? I'm building a tiny ship. So this tiny ship... Exactly, if it works and it looks good, who cares? So this tiny little ship... what am I doing? Why is it not letting me? Is it too close to something? Oh, I have to, like, drop it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna have, like, a little platform. You can build vanilla solar tracking. I've seen that on a YouTube video. That was super cool. We will need a... What kind of cockpit do we want? It needs to have connection to the welder via... Oh, shoot. Is there no way to do this, then? Oh, I can. Okay, good. That has a large port on the bottom. So that means... Because essentially I want my inventory to be able to get to the welder. So this is going to have... what am I doing? I have to go up 3 blocks. Yeah, exactly. I need to use large ports all the way. 9. Oh, need to go up 1 here. I think that'll work. And then we can throw a cargo container underneath. It's here. Oh, no, that won't work. It needs to be a curved tube. Wait, welders, though. Welders... Hold on. I have no idea what the welder block looks like. So we might be screwed. The small grid welder doesn't have... It does. Okay, good. Cool. We're good, we're good. So then I need a small grid but medium tube connector. Could just use a conveyor junction. I don't love the way that looks. But they don't have the reinforced conveyor tubes. That's fine. Positioning itself right. There you go. There we go. Now that's not connected. I can't ditch those blocks yet, so let's connect up on the sides. How could I use a medium cargo container? Am I crazy? They don't have big connections on... They only have straight connections. I guess I could use an adapter. I don't really need the cargo container. It's fine. You can't middle click with a ship anyway, so it's not like having... Like, I'd have to manually load up. You can zoom it in with scroll. Scroll is doing nothing right now. Shift scroll. Ah, control scroll. That's new. Thank you for that. That's a helpful tip. Okay, and then we'll just connect on both sides to be safe. Grind away these. And then we need the welder. How much does this weigh? 500 kilograms? Not light. Okay, and I think that's it. Now we just need batteries and thrusters and gyroscopes. So, atmospheric thrusters are the way to go. We're mostly going to be level flight, so we'll do 2 verticals. I will delete those blocks, don't worry. I do find it handy to have down thrust. maybe I don't need down thrust yet. Let's see. Verticals, we'll do forwards, backwards, left, right. And down thrust can be over here. Okay. I've kind of lost track of what all we were saying, but my question is along the lines of if my welding ship has a... oh, I guess I need a battery. If my welding ship has a cargo container, and I have the build planner filled up with a bunch of stuff, I guess just all of the above. Can I use the build planner middle click shenanigans from a ship? I'm thinking you can. If I can, it'd be great. I need a battery though. Where's the battery? Thought it was on here. It is 6. You think I need more up thrusters? Let's see. These have how much thrust? 96 kilonewtons, which is enough force to lift 1 kilonewton moves 1 ton at 1 meter per second. So 10 kilonewtons can basically hold 1 ton against gravity. So each one of these can hold roughly 10 tons against gravity. So maybe I should add a couple more. Okay, well, what you guys are talking about has inspired me to want a medium cargo container. So we're gonna have to figure that out. Will you stay there because you're attached to the block? Hope so. Oh, I'm gonna have to move it anyway though, because it's gonna need the connector. Yes, I'm aware of the battery issue. I ran into that with my other ship. It needed 4 batteries to be able to manage itself. I guess I don't know how much power a welder takes. That's the thing in question right now. And I did not check if that was the correct orientation for the medium. That is. And now we need the junction. Is that from the small menu or the big menu? That's better. Okay. Welder. Perfect. Oh, no, you're good. I appreciate the help. Backseating for me is more like people telling me how to play. If you're just making suggestions, I never mind that at all. Oh, you're right. That's not gonna work. That's the kind of backseating I appreciate. It's telling me it won't work before. I mean, I guess some things are better left discovered, but like that's not like a I guess spoilery backseating is the kind I don't like. I don't mind at all when people are just like telling me things I already knew, but I'm being a dummy. So what do I need to do then? Oh, maybe I'll just do... So I need this U-bend no matter what, right? Like, I can't escape from that. Am I... Because the cargo container... Yeah, there's just no way to do this. So what I can do is the U-bend and then the cargo container in the middle and then the welder. And that sticks out a little farther forwards than I wanted, but I guess that's... Yeah, exactly. It's like in Kerbal Space Program when you forgot, you know, your landing thrusters or something ridiculous, and you end up getting all the way to the moon and then crash. Put cargo on the back. You know what, Alor? Stop it with your reasonable ideas. Just leave. Get out of here. Oh, there's no T-junction. Interesting. So I will need just the whole conveyor junction. And then we'll put the cargo container on the back, like a smart person would do, which we don't know what that feels like. And then we'll put the welder on the front. You know, sometimes I wonder about myself. Okay, we do still need a battery. And I do like at least having this semi-reasonable. Might look ugly, but it at least is reasonable. Let me get that on. And that. Hello? There we go. Okay, and then battery. Well, let's get this stuff welded up before I get too stuck. Build planner, build planner, build planner, build planner, build planner. Ooh, capacity reached. Good for you. Telling me my limits. Run around, get everything placed in that I can get out of my inventory.
Energy low.
Right, we are out of all the things. The steel plates. This is going to be an ugly son of a gun, but I'm very excited about it. What's the grid mass? Grid mass is about 10 tons empty. These each lift 10 tons against gravity. Oh, we'll be fine. I don't need a ton of acceleration. So the fact that I'll be able to lift, this will be a total of 30 tons. That should allow for 20 tons of cargo. Well, maybe 10 tons of cargo. Clearly I didn't right-click the right things. Gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Wait, what? Am I out of iron? Wait, no, surely. Surely, don't... No, we have 59,000. We good. 22 more thousand. Okay, never mind. But here's a confusing thing to me that's happened a couple times, and I'm not sure if it's my fault or not. But the assembler has gotten full in the input, and it might be because I drag drop some things in there, or can that happen sometimes?
No energy.
Same with the output. Gosh, I really have to pay more attention to the energy. All this welding I'm doing. What would cobalt clogging up the refinery have to do with anything? What are the refineries up to anyway? Still working on platinum, you're still working on cobalt, that's fine. Oh, what am I doing? New tools, give me new tools. That's kind of annoying that the little thingy covers up what it costs. Can't see how much platinum it costs. I'm gonna assume it's the same as the others, and it's 0.67, which is like nothing. I appreciate that it gives you numbers in build info. I was curious about these numbers. So the drill radius is bigger. The reach is 0.4 meters, and wow, the grind speed goes through the roof with the elite. Oh, you were responding to if I thought I had run out of iron. I gotcha. Yeah, I just knew my iron stockpile was massive, so that's why I was like, that can't be possible. Okay, and then I will feed you my old tools. New ones. Disassemble the old tools, because I don't want them anymore. They've done good work. Goodbye, proficient welder. I'd say we hardly knew ye, but we actually knew ye quite well. And one. Oop, nope. That's the circle. Ooh, it's a green, lime green color. Ooh. I'm just gonna ignore the hand drill for now. I never use hand drill these days. Nice hot pink. I like it. Okay, back to doing work. Wow, that's so fast. Love it. Wait a second for the motors. There we go. And we are, I think, is anything thrusting into, that's gonna do damage. That's a lot of damage. Put that down one square. To add to the jank, and then those are fine. And need a battery. Ingredients for the small battery. I might end up needing 2. But for now, we'll just do one here. Asymmetric. Very. We will say very on that. Okay. Hop in and yeah. Flies. Oh, gyroscope. Gyroscope, and then I'll add landing gear once I fly it a bit more. Up. Gyroscope. Where could we go? Ah, in here. Perfect. Connector for charging. Yes. I could just keep building new batteries. Wait, did that really not get steel plate? It means I have no steel plates in the base. Okay, I can't get in the door. Nobody cares. Connector. Public servers suck. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't play multiplayer. Because I have zero desire to play on a public server. Okay, there we go. I might need one more forwards thruster, because I'm going to have to back it down. I did add a down thrust, right? Somewhere? Yeah, I do have down thrust. That's good. But I will need another thruster to hold it against gravity that way, but it's fine. Okay, so we'll let this hover here for a second. It can do 23 minutes on that battery charge. And we'll weld up the bottom. This is not small. Sweet. We'll add a couple more for aesthetics. So it looks supported. And there you go. There is the welding ship. Now I need to learn how to fetch build planner stuff. So let's try that out. Should be able to fly. I want another gyroscope. This is not snappy enough. In fact, I want 2 more gyroscopes. Bing. Yeah, that really sucks. Oh, wow. That's maybe too snappy. I maybe only want 2 gyroscopes. So we need block pool. Let's do the connector on 1. Switch block. And block pools welder on 2. And so now I need... Okay, so I can add components to the build planner with right-click still. Though not from very far away. Is there a way to increase that distance? I wonder. Wow, yeah, my gyroscopes are too snippy. Snip, 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 snappy. You're gonna remove one. Although instead of removing one, I could do this one thing. And just reduce the power, 2 of them to 50%. That way I can bump them up later. Yeah, a little better. So then can I just middle click on this? No. I assume I have to be connected. Okay. So time for 2 things. Thing 1 is camera. not gonna make sense. So if I'm backwards, hitting spacebar will move me up. Yeah, okay, that's helpful. And then we needed another forwards thruster instead. Yeah, Stellaris is a good way to get all the revenge you can do. The planner's full. Wait a second. Assemblers with speed upgrades are the best. Go. Okay. So now we should, if did this properly. So theoretically, I could add a bunch of things to the build planner, which again is kind of tricky because of the, like, you can't do it from very far away. I don't know if there's a way to increase that, like, distance. And then we turn upside down, put camera on 3. Oh, it's backwards. I love when the controls are... Oh! Okay. What did we break? Everything? Definitely that reverse thruster. LOL. I have 2 more. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I don't think we can blame playing for that one, though. It's my own stupidity. Ugh. Did I lose anything else? The camera might have busted, too. Pick up the scrap metal. Never too many exploding bullets. Come now. Oh no, the camera lives. Good, good, good. Oh, the connector's busted. So get the display. Anything else smoking or damaged? Okay. Okay, let's try this again. Is there a way to reverse controls? I haven't really looked. There probably is. And maybe I should put a timer block. What am I looking for? There it is. Now let's try again. This time with less crashing. Okay, so spacebar moves up. Forwards moves up. What do I mean by up is the real question. But left and right are reversed, which is very confusing. Looking left and right is correct. Looking up and down is wrong. It's all very confusing. Moving backwards goes down. Oh, it's a new connector. I need to add the hot part. Hey, see you later, Dramatya. Thanks for hanging out. There we go. And then we will place the battery into charge mode. Get that 4 megawatt input. Good thing. settings. Okay, and then what am I doing? Just add a second control seat for landing. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to look at. It doesn't look like there's an easy way to switch controls. Like, switch axis. Is that in the cockpit controls? Right click? It doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. It would be nice if there was like switch, you know, yaw axis, switch pitch axis, stuff like that. Because then you could set up a timer block to automatically, or an event handler, or both. So that when you look at the camera, the controls automatically switch themselves around so it's all still correct. Without needing another control seat. Okay, so the other question I was having is about the build planner. Is there a way to extend the range that I can, like, highlight blocks when I'm in the cockpit? Because I had to get really close, and that was kind of... But then I do know the other thing I can do is add a bunch to the build planner. You can add a remote control block and control from that. Oh, this is a little too orchestral music. Sounds like Star Wars. What is a remote control block? See, I love doing stuff like this. I'm learning so many things, even though the project is to just weld up a bunch of steel bricks. It's so funny to me. Remote control. When combined with an antenna or command ships to fly automatically to waypoints. Interesting. So if I put it, let's say here, then what? Remote control, main cockpit on off? No, control. I'm in the remote control right now. Weird. But it doesn't change your view, so I would need a different camera as well. Is that correct? Okay, well, let's try it. Unlock. Oh, crap. What did I do? Batteries in recharge mode. That is the check your staging of this game. Look at that gyroscope power. Oh well. Okay. So, I hope nothing broke. That probably should have broken things, but I don't think it did. Yeah, I think we're good. So then if I fly closer... Wait, now it's not even highlighting. Oh, I have to have the welder highlighted. Whoa, goodness. This is an iterative process. Let me just say that. Iterative process. Engineering. That's how you know it's engineering. If it went right the first time, it wouldn't be engineering. Oh, I broke off my remote control too. This is hilarious. First, you don't succeed. Try again. Very apt. Okay, so I need more thrusters. Let's be honest. Okay, I have 3 forwards, and that is more than enough. I have 3 up, and that's... And, no, I have 4 up. And I only have 1 forward. Why don't I do another 2 forwards, so that way they're balanced, forwards and backwards. And then I'll do another 1 up. And then another one that way, just so when I'm landing, it works out okay. Because I'm adding more and more weight every time I do this. And now left and right are going to be really slow, so we need to add... Just boosted into a wall. Am I sure that more thrust is the solution? Now listen here. Listen here. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional. The only reason I boosted into the wall is because one axis was much more responsive than the other, to be fair. So, by balancing out the axes a bit better, I think it'll be less likely I spaghetti myself into a wall. Exactly. Look, I learned a lot from Kerbal Space Program, and by a lot, I mean more boosters. Wait, did I not add that one? Yes, I didn't. Come on, give me those motors. Time today. I need like 5 assemblers. I hate waiting. That's the wrong ship. There it is. Okay. Now, with the power combined of all these thrusters, now we have good left and right lateral movement, good forwards, good backwards, good up, good down. Okay, I'm feeling comfy with all that. Now we need to recreate the, you know what I could do is I could also set one of my thrusters to only turn on when I look at the camera. So like the landing, it would be like a landing thruster, and then it wouldn't boost me forwards into crap as badly. Anyway, the remote control needs to get plopped on here now. Which I think I just put on the first part, yeah. Remote control. Grab that stuff. Put that up here. I need a new one. Control. Okay, so will this... So then I need on there, we need the block tools. Welder. That doesn't seem to be working. Now there's no highlighting and no right click. Is it facing a different way than I think it's facing? I guess I don't know what up to the remote control is, so that's potentially part of the problem. Like, are those arrows pointing up? Maybe that's Hold on. This might be like upside down and backwards. Let's try that. That seems like a possible mistake. Nope, that's definitely wrong. Now the controls are... Oh, the controls are wrong. Which means this fixes our other problem. Which I guess, between what the two of you were saying, I already should have solved this. The landing problem. What am I doing? Get out. Because now, essentially, I can put one of those where the camera is, and then the camera controls will look correct. The eye is the front, and the gap is the top. So I had it right the first time, I think, didn't I? Yeah, yeah. That's what I was doing the first time. But then it wasn't working to grab items, is the problem. So I don't know if this is going to solve our problem. I guess the other question is, would a camera help somehow? One thing. Okay. We're just experimenting. Might not work. Okay. And then I do want another one of you over here. Need parts. It's not enough parts. Here, let's fix our problems for a minute. That way we don't have to make stuff up. Someday I'll write a script. I want to learn how to code a script to do that for me, so it auto makes stuff. Okay, so now I should be able to do this, and it will fix all of my problems. Will this fix any problems? Potentially. So we've got two cameras now. Camera 2 is camera front, and remote control 5 is landing. Okay, so then we want to add remote control 4 to control, and then when we're controlling from there, we want to add camera front to view. And then reviewing that. Oh, I did not mean to hit that. Doesn't seem like I can trigger the welder, but I can't actually add the build planner from a camera view, nor from a remote control view. That's sad. I guess I can just, you know, edit the long way. I'm guessing it's actually... Is it the distance from the welder? Does a welder need to be like within welding range to even be able to right click? potentially. Well, let me add to build planner. Let's try landing, since we haven't been very good at that. Landing on 5. Oh, see, this is so much easier. Now I just land like normal. And then here I need the switch lock on connector. Hit F a bunch of times, and we're good. Now how do I get the items? Give me the items. I know I can do production. Build planner. Add a bunch of steel blocks. But then how do I grab all that? Is it on the connector? Is it on the cargo container? Yeah, make the skeleton manually, jump in the ship to do the welding. That's what it is. Withdraw components for build planner. We can do that. We need to find this scrap metal. Okay. Then we hit 1. Go forwards. If I change the left side to your ship, it should then work. Yeah, I think I can do that part. I think it's just the right clicking to add to build plan. That's kind of weird. Where you can't, like, can't do it from a camera or a remote. Doesn't seem right to me. This game is all about doing everything from everywhere. So the welding isn't working. Clicking. On. Oh, it doesn't use the ship inventory? Or, I mean, it doesn't use my inventory? I guess that kind of makes sense. Wait, why can't I transfer it to the cockpit? I'm in the cockpit. Nope, I'm in the remote control. This game. Weird. Okay, there we go. There we go. I need more plates, but it works. It works. I'll just have the toggle on and off. That's good. I guess I need to switch camera first. So 3, 5, and then that's landing. Uh-oh. What is happening? Heck? Oh, I ran out of power at that exact moment. That's very inconvenient. It's like 10 seconds from landing. Oh, I gotta take a call real quick. Alright. Oh, we're back just in time to see our hydrogen disappear. Okay, let's get some more of that, and then... go. And then, let's see, what do we do? Repair things. Did anything else break? Yeah, of course it did. Camera broke, and the remote control broke. Else get damaged, actually. Okay, so we need another battery so that we can fly. So that we can land, but then charge the other battery. Tis the way of things. Okay, there we go. Hop in and gyroscope. Yes, perfect. Nice little leverage there. And then, of course, the camera and the controller are dead, so I need to make those. Get back on. Camera. Okay, so we'll place this again, and then place the camera on 8. That. Those components. Bottom. Okay. And now we will add planetary view and remote control 6. Alright, so 3, 5. Should do it. Go. And carefully. And then we should put the switch lock on here. There we go. Jeez. Jeez. Okay. So then into this ship, we need to move build planner. Can I add to build planner from here? I don't think you can. Only from being out of a ship. And you can only put 8 things in a build planner. I mean, obviously, I can just make 1,000 steel plates and move them over, but... see how much weight we can even handle. I didn't know steel plates were this heavy. 250 of them is 5 tons. That's pretty heavy, actually. Maybe I should have done hydrogen thrusters? Are they more powerful? Like thrust to weight ratio? We have plenty of hydrogen at the base. I don't know. I can remove the battery. But I need to put the other one in charge mode for a minute. And I think it was smart, whoever said, to put that into battery 2. Well, toggle charge mode, recharge on. Okay. Now that is recharging. 4 megawatts. I'm still not sure, I guess, if this is helpful at all. I don't really think it is, since you can't grab from any further. So I'm just gonna... Oh! Went sideways. Gravity confused me for a second there. But yeah, the little welding ship is cute. I like it. I like it. Also, whoever was mentioning Blue Squid earlier about copying other people's scripts, I think I'm resistant to that just because, I don't know. I understand, like, for certain things I might do it, you know, because in some, what am I saying? In some ways, even this, the Bohr spectrometer thing, is like, that's just a script. But that's like a feature more than it is a script, right? And so, if I can write my own code to do inventory sorting, that feels a little more fun, you know, than like just copying something. Like if there was a quality of life mod that just added a button in production that said craft 2, and I could put, you know, 1,000, and it would just keep 1,000 steel plates in there from the production menu. Like if that was a feature in the game and I could get a mod that just did that, I would do it, right? But since it's like you gotta use script blocks and stuff anyway, and all sorts of other things, I might look into doing it myself. Who knows? If it's way too hard, I might just download the script, but I'm at least gonna look into it first. Alright, what do we got? 143 kilowatt hours? That's gotta be enough, right? Now I should do, so 5. Wait. I should add the camera on. Well, I actually don't even know. It's this one. Yeah. And batteries on recharge mode. You know what? We're not gonna weld with this today. We're gonna leave that for the next episode. I'm tired of fixing that damn ship. I can't take it anymore. Okay. I'm just gonna do this the old-fashioned way. We're gonna add a bunch of steel plates to the build planner. Already in there. We'll just do a few at a... Wait, what? That said it was successful. But it also said the build planner is full. Weird. Okay. Well, I wouldn't be as mad, Blue Squid, if I hadn't crashed the thing 6 times by now. And it's also worth pointing out that, like, this is a very simple project to do by hand, whereas there are certain other things where it would be a lot more annoying to do by hand. Like, if the components were a lot heavier, or even more accurately, the components were a bigger variety of components. Because, like, to do this, I don't really have to worry about how many of anything. I can just withdraw a bunch of steel plates and it works. Grid welders, yeah, I've looked into like ship printers and stuff, and that's a really cool concept that if I get that far, I do want to try it. But you need a blueprint for that, which I guess I could switch over to creative mode and just make things in creative mode and then like print the blueprint in survival. That doesn't feel too crazy to me. Rid of everything that's not steel plates. Yep, you gotta do the projector block, and then you gotta move the whole thing through the welding, but it's still pretty cool. I mean, even with hand welding, blueprint's still better. Like, I probably should make all my ships in creative mode, even if I don't have a ship printer, because even with hand welding, what it does is you don't have to have the block, the initial block in your inventory to place it. And so you can essentially much more easily build it in creative mode because you don't have to have all those blocks in your inventory in creative mode, and then from there, you know, you can just weld and add things to the build planner. So even if you're just doing it by hand anyway, it's still going to be better to use a projector and a blueprint, I think. I didn't actually add steel plates to my inventory. Cool, yes, easy and simple to use, less stuff. Well, that's how most of the game works, right? All the cool stuff is I do think welding is a bit of an interesting gimmick in this game. Like, there's some things I love about it, there's some things I hate about it. The fact that there's nothing in terms of like inventory upgrades as you get farther in the game does feel a little weird to me. Like, you just have to make so many trips back and forth if you're hand welding stuff. And as we've seen, like ship welding, the welders still only impact the stuff right at the tip of the welder. And that's where I was assuming that later in the game, something would exist where, like, I've got a big blueprint. Let's say this whole base was like a blueprint, or this whole wind farm area. And I could just place the blueprint down with a projector block or whatever, and then I could take some super late game welder with all the components in my thing, maybe, you know, add them to the assembler from a blueprint. Pretty sure there's a mod for that. And then I just go to that corner here, and I just click, and it just does it all, right? Like, it just welds and works on the whole blueprint from one edge. That feels like what I expect. I might have missed getting to 100% on some of these blocks, but I think they're all finished. So next is the supports being orange. Yeah, I could change the inventory size multiplier. It starts at a higher value by default, in solo play, I think. It's like 3x. I could kind of act like every time I get a tool upgrade, my inventory gets bigger. But I'm guessing that'll make my personal thrusters a little worse. Maybe I'd have to upgrade those too. I'm gonna add some wind turbines to the top, and then we'll call it an episode. Okay, I need interior plate, please. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 3. 3 and 1, 2. Alright, there's 12. See, this is where the little welding ship would be good. How broken did you get? How bad is it? Oh no, battery's dead again. No, the battery's on recharge mode. Can we get up? Come on, baby. Come on. I deleted the second battery. Did I lose a gyroscope? I think I lost a gyroscope. It doesn't seem to be gyroing. Oh, I didn't. I'll also just do this. Oh. Guess I need another down thruster. No, I said I wasn't gonna fix this, but here we are. Yeah. Build-in repair mod? Maybe that's what I want. What does that mod do? Yeah, that does sound like what I want. But would you have to build the nanobots onto the blueprint grid? Like, would they work on a blueprint? Seems like the up thrusters still can't lift. Do I only have 2? I guess I need 3. Running out of room. Oh, I put the big one on the build planner. Okay, it should be able to lift itself. 25 tons. I have 3 thrusters. I think build info is wrong about the amount of thrust these have. Or that one's not fun. That's another good explanation. There we go. There we go. Okay. Sorry, build info. I insulted you for no reason. Jupiter's on. What happened to my gyroscopes? Wow, there. Oh, that one's still overridden. Whoa. Okay. A worrying amount of smoke. It's fine. It's fine. It's just smoke. I have 3 minutes of fuel. We lost some side thrusters. Actually. Yeah, I gotta fix this up real quick before it runs out of fuel. Smoke just means it's not completely destroyed. Exactly. Smoke is actually encouraging. Anything else? At least we have one side thruster for each. Do we have enough to land on the connector again? We do. And I want to fix that computer. Okay, fly back over here. We got this. Easy. I'm a pro at this by now. Okay, and then we 5, 2, and carefully. I should get another battery. I'm seeing my power max out at 100 here and there. Land. There we go. Bam. Locked in. Battery to recharge mode, where I'll forget about it again. It would just be really bad if I did that. Let's try to. Like, my brain's so stuck. I'm gonna have to take a break after this. What we want is a build planner, and I want to do a wind turbine, and I would like 9 of them, but I can't do 9 of them. I will add 8 to the build planner. Then I get in here, go to production, well, it's really the base production, and I order the build. It only shows up one time, but I have to click 8 times, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we've ordered up all the components for 8 wind turbines. Make it 9. Actually, it's 12. 3 more. There we go. Then we go over. Well, we'll have to wait a minute. We're waiting. Our battery's recharging. Turn it into charge mode. We're gonna give that a minute. Refill our hydrogen while we're thinking about it. Get rid of scrap metal. Okay, and put our welder back on because that's annoying and every time. Okay, so the assemblers are working on it, and then we will maybe find success for the first time. I also need a second battery. Where should I put that? Maybe on top of this one? And the good news about a second battery is it should... Oh... It's trying to fill my inventory with the build planner stuff. Or the, Dude, I just broke the build planner. Okay, we can fix it. We can fix everything. Large... Oh, large steel tube. I guess we need cargo. There we go. Get rid of all that. I just want steel plate. Place that. Empty out the build planner. Whew. It's a lot of steps. Add that. Little mouse. Finish the battery. Go back into the build planner. Search for wind. Add that. 8 times. Pop in here. 17% on one battery. We know the other one starts at 30%, so we're good. And then we will add in by doing inventory, ship, inventory's current ship, draw components for build planner. Don't know if that finished out the build planner or not. My battery is off charge mode. I should be good to unlock and go forwards. Barely got liftoff on that. I think the welder's still just on. Oh, God. Question mark? Welder's on. Something get damaged? Oh. Is it because somehow this is keeping the welder off? No? Oh, I don't even have the other remote control anymore. What's going on here? I have to stay very level. I need more lateral thrusters. Why does this... Oh god, you have to be at the bottom. Got it. Oop. Yeah, I think that's totally fine now that we figured that out. Wow, it's working though. This is sweet. My ship with a full cargo is not flying super fast. That's okay. There we go. And we got... Did we get 8 out of it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe the assemblers weren't totally done. What's still in our inventory? A lot of steel. Makes sense. Because we grabbed a bunch of extra steel for the, you know, the whatchamacallit. Oh, just the armor blocks. Okay, connect it up. Get rid of those steel plates, cargo containers, and then there were some leftover things for the build planner, but then that's it. Then we hop out, go to the build planner, add wind turbine. 4 more times, hop in, go to inventory, transfer components for build. That did not work. That is definitely not right. And 2, 3, 4. cargo container. We'll just empty the ship. Also, I just saw Control middle mouse button, withdraw 10x, and keep block and build planner. Alt Control, withdraw and keep block. That's good to know. Oh, there's that button. Why did this not work? Oh, I think it did this time. I don't know what happened last time. Whee! Oop. Stay level. Lateral thrusters suck. So I think I need a bigger ship that can carry a lot more weight for this to really be worth it, because it is a bit more of an unwieldy process to load items into the ship, but imagine if this thing could carry 100 tons worth of cargo. Well, in that case, this would be so much better, you know, than doing it by hand. So yeah, I think it just depends on kind of the project and what you need. Uh-oh. We got the wrong numbers of something at some point. What are we missing? 2 motors. Ow, that welder hurts. Somehow we got shorted 2 motors from the whole deal. But sweet. Okay, well, these are the wrong color, but I don't care. I'm gonna leave it. And now we have how much power for the base? I should also land my welder ship. Looks like the new ones are mostly in the 200s and 300s, and the old ones are in the 100s and 200s. So we have 24 turbines, I think. Is the reactor on still? It's off. Keep that off. Oh, it says the usage. 4 grams a second. That's really handy. Super handy, actually. Yeah, you would have trouble maneuvering with a big welding ship. Exactly. You've got the trade-offs. So, like, if you were using a big welding ship, it would need to be a project where you wouldn't have to maneuver in little tight spaces like this. And I guess that's why I'm feeling the desire for progression in terms of power levels of things. Like, I want better thrusters. You know, like atmospheric thruster 2. And obviously it could have a more creative name. Advanced atmospheric thruster. That is just better. You know, better thrust-to-weight ratio, better power usage to thrust ratio, but it requires, like, platinum and more total ingredients. Maybe it weighs a little bit more. You know, like, I don't know. I think that kind of thing would be fun, because then you could make, like, a little ship that could carry a lot of cargo and still be maneuverable. But it would, you know, you wouldn't be able to make it until later game when you're rich. And you could also just make them ridiculously expensive, like require, you know, hundreds or even thousands of steel plates. But then they just don't weigh that much, because the way you kind of think about that is waste. So you would have the component. I guess it would require advanced components that require, like, steel and platinum and magnesium, you know, and nickel and cobalt, like literally everything. And then a lot of the kilograms of the input just disappears because it's waste product. Like, if I were going to make a mod, I think that's the kind of mod I would make. Okay. Well, I think this is the perfect spot to call it a video. We made a welding ship, which was pretty neat. We got platinum. That's been processing. So in the next episode video, I think we're probably going to work on a large grid ship that will have a refinery and an assembler in it. And we will fly to space and kind of have like a little outpost. That ship will be like our little home base in space. And then we can start maybe building military things to fight other ships in space. So I think that's where we're going next. But yeah, not a ton of progression beyond building bigger things. And that's where, like, I could see a really cool mod existing in that space. And it doesn't have to be a ton. You know, in Factorio, we've seen this a bunch of times. Like a million tiers of things is not fun. You don't need 5 tiers, but even just 2 is a lot more fun than because then you get to the late game and you start switching everything over to like the advanced tier, but it's really expensive and you have to collect a ton of resources to do it, but it feels rewarding. I think that's fun. But this game is more about the engineering challenges, and so they want like the balance of thrust to weight to be a certain number, which I understand. Because then if you just had advanced thrusters, well, now it's less realistic. Because, like, how would you get that thrust-to-weight ratio? It's not even possible, maybe. Things like that. I don't know. But I digress. I'm going to end the video here. So for those of you on YouTube, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you all in the next video.